Hey fellow babies, welcome back to Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. I'm Michael Pachter, your host, at Michael Pachter on Twitter. If you are watching this real time when it's brand new, it's because you are helping us out by being either a patron on Patreon, and thank you very much, or by linking your Amazon Prime and your Twitch Prime accounts. Amazon pays us for that, so it costs you nothing. It's part of your Prime benefit. If you can remember to do that, the description on how to do that is in the show description below. And then finally, you could be a YouTube subscriber. That would be great too. You're getting it real time. If you're not subscribing, we understand times are tough. Everybody's got a job and plenty of money, but they don't want to spend it. But you're getting it on YouTube a week later. And again, I insist on that because I don't get paid, as you know. But we do have to pay for production. It costs money to actually put this up. So appreciate your patronage. Wishing all of you a very happy holiday. From SIFTD, from Damp Towel Man, why do games like Sonic Frontiers come out a week before Black Friday and then go on sale for as much as 50% off? God of War Ragnarok came out the same week as Sonic but had no Black Friday discounts at all. Did retailers order too many copies of Sonic after seeing reviews? Is Sega still making money on each copy sold? Do publishers have any say on when and how a game can be discounted? There's a term in retail called MAP pricing, and MAP, that's redundant, but MAP stands for minimum advertised price. The game publisher, in exchange for offering copies to the physical retailer, will limit the physical retailer's ability to advertise a price lower than the full price of the game, or the minimum advertised price. So if a game comes out, let's use 60 because they're $59.99, but if a game comes out at 60, typically the publisher will say to the retailer, you are not permitted to advertise the game at less than $60 until XYZ date, typically 30 days. Now that doesn't mean they can't discount it. They're allowed to. They just can't advertise it. So if they want to sell it for 50% off, they can. They just can't tell anybody, which kind of defeats the purpose, because the reason that they're advertising 50% off on Sonic Frontiers is they want to drive traffic into the store. So if you see an advertised price that is less than full street price within 30 days of the launch of a game, I can tell you that it's very highly likely that the publisher participated, that they allowed it. Now, again, almost every publisher has a MAP policy. Almost every time it's 30 days. And the exception to that is Black Friday. And retailers want to drive traffic on Black Friday. They'll have something like the Xbox bundle. You saw the Xbox Series S bundle, the crappy one, for $240, I think, $239. You saw the Switch bundle that we've had probably every year for the last 10. I'm exaggerating. I know the Switch came out in 2017, but the Switch bundle that's been out every single year for like $299, you got Mario Kart or something. And they want to make sure you know about that, but they'll also advertise Sonic Frontiers to get you in there to buy an extra game. And that might push you over the top because you'll go to Target, who has it for that discounted price, instead of GameStop. And you'll see, I mean, each retailer gets different deals, and you'll see different pricing at different retailers. The way to test if the publisher has participated is to go to the publisher website and see what the game costs. And if they advertise the game at a discount, then they absolutely participated in it. Typically, the Black Friday deals are Black Friday only. That's kind of morphed in the last 5 or 7 years. Black Friday through Cyber Monday. So it'd be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But then on Tuesday, the price went right back up. So I know by the time you see this, it's way past Cyber Monday. But, next year, check it out. Check out what happens on Tuesday, and you'll see. If the price goes back up, the publisher participated, it was okay. And I used to talk to EA about this because you would get games like FIFA that, typically come out around September 30th or something, like right about the end of the September quarter. And so Black Friday is 2 full months later. And I would ask them, what happened? You just got a FIFA by 50%. And they would tell me, well, We sell about 70% of lifetime units in September, from September 30th to November 28th. And we get a boost of sales for those 3 days of 3 or 4%, so we don't really care. We discounted it because that might be what it takes to bring a new person into the FIFA universe, FIFA franchise. So the big driver is publisher participation, publisher cooperation. And yes, I know it's odd that Sonic Frontiers came out like a week ahead of time and then got discounted immediately. I didn't look. I don't read these questions ahead of time, so I could have looked today. Bet anything it's back to full price right now. Now, God of War, that one is different because I get Sonic is probably the biggest Sega franchise of all. And so clearly it's important to them, but again, I think that they're perfectly happy if they can bring new people into the Sonic universe, and they wanted impulse purchases, they wanted gift givers to buy. Where you get God of War, Sony is absolutely not generous. Okay, there's nothing about Sony that says give gamers a break or give them anything. Look at the price of PSVR. Look at never going to E3 again. Like, Sony is the Scrooge of the video game industry. They are frugal. They don't spend money unnecessarily. And they look at God of War Ragnarok and say, why would we ever discount that? We can get full price from everybody. They are really slow to lower the price of the console. You've noticed. They are really, really, really cheap when it comes to offering discounts on hardware. So no, that is just not who they are. And again, God of War isn't an annual title, nor is Sonic, I get it, where FIFA is, where Call of Duty is. So you get these discounts because I think Activision will see Call of Duty and go, if we'll sell, 3% of our units at $40 and we bring new people into the Call of Duty universe, that's good. Look what happened when Call of Duty Warzone and mobile came out. We saw Call of Duty premium sales lift. So new players means longer tail, bigger revenues overall. So the answer is publishers did participate. Is Sega making money on each copy sold? That's really interesting. Typically, if the publisher participates in discounting, they take less up front. So the wholesale price of a game at retail is 80% of the retail price. So if a $60 game, if you pay $60, the publisher gets $48. The console manufacturer gets $12. So the publisher gets $36. If the publisher decides to allow the discount to 50%, they get $18. And so are they making money on each copy sold? Well, if the copy is incremental, then yes. Because their R&D costs didn't go up. They already spent the development dollars. Their marketing expense likely didn't go up because the retailer is the one who's advertising the title. So they're making an incremental $18, but would they rather make 36? Well, go ask Sony. They'd rather make 36. So yeah, they're making money. Do they have any say in how much the game is discounted? Yeah, that's what minimum advertised price means. So MAP pricing, I will tell you, years ago, I'd say back when the Wii came out, so 2006-07, Amazon discounted the Wii and Nintendo pulled all its product. The only retailer out there that is allowed to discount and violate MAP is Walmart. And Walmart violates MAP by 11 cents. So when a game is $59.99, it's $59.88 at Walmart, because Walmart has this thing, always low prices, and they have to be able to advertise that they're lower than everybody else. They eat that 11 cents, they Walmart, but the publishers all allow them to do it because that's just kind of Walmart's image, that they're the cheapest. So I hope that's responsive to your question. Retailers probably didn't order too many copies of Sonic. It would be really hard to adjust pricing within a week of release. Retailers are kind of normal. They're kind of realistic about how many physical copies of a game will sell. Reviews can impact a game. So if a game comes out and gets like a 50, and actually I remember that game from THQ, 50 cent the game, got a 50. I remember there was a couple of games from Majesco. I forgot the name of their vampire game. Remember their vampire game?
Blood Rain.
Yeah, Blood Rain. Occasionally you'll get Activision had a game in 2005 called Gun. Remember that one? Occasionally you'll get a game that's so bad that it gets over-ordered. Sonic is not that game. A game, a review score around 70. The retailers typically don't order more than 2-3 weeks of expected inventory. So if they order, let's just say they think they're going to sell 100 copies per store in 3 weeks, and it turns out that's 5 weeks or 3 months of content, they'll just hang on to it. It doesn't make that much difference. They don't order hundreds of thousands of extra units. They just don't. So no, that doesn't happen. I think I've hit every one of your questions. Yeah, but the publishers tend to allow it for 2 or 3 days, and then it goes right back up. The normal cadence of a game is launch at full price, out for 3 to 4 months, get a $20 cut. 3 to 4 months later, another $10 cut. So it goes 60, 40, 30. And then after, it depends on the game, but it's annual like Call of Duty, it becomes 20 right when the new Call of Duty comes out. But you have games like GTA that sold for full price from September of 13 probably through 2016. I think GTA was full price till then dropped to 40 for probably 2 more years before it got to 20. Thanks for joining us on Pachter Factor. Again, wishing you a very, very happy Festivus, Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, anything else that you might choose to celebrate if you don't celebrate. Hope you just have a peaceful end of the year and a happy new year. We will see you next time.